Hey Zach, what's up? Uh, I like this analogy. It's a decent analogy, and of course, I mean the obvious answer is you're gonna stop him from raping your mother. Obviously, the natural response for everybody is gonna be stop the rape. And for most people, they're gonna be fuck him up. Handle it with fucking violence, because I mean that's bullshit. You wouldn't allow that to take place. You'd fuck him up and you'd stop the rape. But there's a problem with that analogy. I like to present another scenario for you. This one I think is a little more accurate. What if your mother was being held captive by a group of heavily armed rapists? Okay, and they're continually raping your mother. She's being held captive, and they're just continually raping her, and they are heavily fucking armed and defended. And I feel like that's a better analogy to what's going on. We're fighting a system that is heavily fucking armed. You can't. If I try to defend my mother, and I probably would, even though I know it's a losing battle. But let's say that I go in there and try to rescue my mother. I'm probably most likely going to get fucked up. I'm gonna die, and my mother is not any closer to being saved, to being rescued. If I choose not to run in guns blazing and try to figure out another way to rescue my mother, I feel like that's going to be more effective. What's the point of me going in guns blazing and getting killed if it's not going to be effective at rescuing my mother from the rapists? That's my only point. So, I mean, the obvious response to your analogy is fuck them up, stop the rape. But I think that's an easier scenario than what we're actually facing. It actually goes even deeper than that, because I mean, you got this group of heavily armed rapists, and they're surrounded by a community of people that are brainwashed to believe that what they're doing is not a bad thing. Not only that, but what they're doing supports that community's way of life. That community survives and thrives based on the activities of this gang of rapists. So you don't have just a gang of rapists that are heavily armed to go against. You also have this community of people that are brainwashed to believe that their way of life is based on the survival of this gang of rapists and the continuation of their activities. You see, so running in with guns blazing, it's not going to work. You have people willing to fight and die to protect their way of life, and not only that, these people think that they're righteous in doing so. How the fuck are you going to stop the rape? It's got to be stopped. And I think that it can be stopped, but I don't think running in guns blazing is the way to stop it, I don't know what the answer is, but it's got to be more creative and more effective than just angry guns blazing attack on the enemy. Because I don't think that's effective. These rapists are too heavily armed to be affected by little old me running in with a fucking pistol, you know? So, I mean, what do you think is the solution to this scenario? You know, I mean, anybody, what is the solution to this scenario? A group of heavily armed rapists are holding your mother captive and continually raping her, and are going to do so until she dies. They're going to kill her. And you're running out of time. What do you do?